3, ow, 2, ow, 1, ow.
You're old as fuck.
Va. Ação, foda-se.
Take one, clap.
Yeah, like that.
Sound check, 1, 2.
Hey guys, mother lovers, and privyets, and dobredenhas, and you know, all that hello, hola, tio, primo, T-Rex style shit. How you guys doing? Welcome to a podcast.
A podcast.
We can say it's a podcast.
Yeah.
And the first one on my channel. And the first thing I have to tell you guys is I'm back. Yeah. The motherfucker is back. The old motherfucker is back. So, let me introduce you, Lucas. LP. For you guys, dumb as well.
Lucas.Modum on Instagram. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Check it out.
there you go. Something like that. But I know the quality of the sound is not going to be great, but who cares about it, right?
Mate,
This is a podcast.
This is as homemade as it can get. It's makeshift as fuck.
Exactly. We are like the lowest of the poor guys.
No. We are creative and improvise.
Exactly.
Use
We
what
just
you
are
got.
just poor. That's it. You know, look, this flag says everything on there. See? Yeah, from here. So we are poor. So
Gotta
anyway,
represent.
yeah. Present yourself to the public because
I am Lucas. I am your coworker. We work in that shithole we call a restaurant. We could probably just make a whole podcast on that. On how bad
we
it is.
should. Jesus. Yeah, but just yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you then?
22. Turning 23 in a few months. He is 10 years older than me, exactly, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
I'm the guy on the wheelchair.
literally.
It is.
I mean,
Wheelchair.
and I'm
You know what I mean?
and I'm not.
I'm that guy who goes on a ramp and just slide down to the death. Just fuck off! Alright. So, tell me a little bit about you.
Right. Lucas, 22.
We know that.
Half Irish, half Angolan. Yeah. Irish on my dad's side. My mother is Portuguese, though all of that side is from Africa, Angola. Grew up here, mostly speaking in English.
That's gonna be a good topic today.
Yeah.
Angola.
Angola. Yeah.
War. I'm just kidding. But the topic is one, so
Yeah.
just
like not quite there, ballpark. Just touching around the area.
yeah.
Yes,
That's like
somewhere close.
Yeah, just put in some loop.
Yeah, but
Get it ready.
speaking of which, as I said, Irish. I have the typical look, you know,
Yeah.
ginger, blonde hair, freckles, you know, quite typical.
Piercing in the nose and something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm quite the typical Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You used to go to Belfast or no?
Dublin is more like not Northern Irish. That's different.
I know, but I'm just saying. No. Because there is a lot of drugs there. I'm just saying.
Mate, there's drugs everywhere.
I know. I'm just saying. Okay.
You're just saying shit. That's what
I
you're
know.
saying.
That's why I made the podcast. I can say shit or whatever the fuck I want. Oh, sorry, the fucks.
Oh my.
Well,
Anyway.
so the theme for today is one that is
Very near and dear to my heart.
yes, and is one we talk a bunch every single day at work.
Racism.
Racism, and is one that is everyone talking about now in propagandas on the Russian war against Ukraine. As you can see, you can support Ukraine. If you don't, fuck you. Simple as that.
Plain and simple.
And I have my reasons to support Ukraine, okay? But that's a different
I
conversation.
mean,
Yeah, it's a big difference.
let's stick to it.
So, you ever suffer from racism?
Oh, but of course.
Oh.
It's by default when you're born anywhere near black. like when you're choosing the main character on the menu. Like, okay,
Yeah.
perks of being black. Large dick, suffers from racism constantly. You know? Like when you can
So-
choose the main character, you can choose male or female. Male, easy life.
Yeah.
Not multiple orgasms. So like pros and cons.
The sherry on top. Jesus. But the thing is, we talked a lot about it, is who is more racist?
Surprisingly enough, from what I see, black people are more racist than white people. But the irony is that white people get more offended on supposed racism than black people. Like, dude, why are you, a white person, trying to be offended for me? Like, me and him talk about, like, I don't know, he calls me dark chocolate or something. And somebody else might see it and get pissed off. It's like, dude, no, shut up. And I might call him, like, Oreo Milka or something.
No, I think it's Cerelate is the milk we have here in England. And, whatever. But the thing is, I think it's funny. Sometimes when we have the customers there, that's, that's like that Coca-Cola color customers, if you know what I mean. The thing is, I found it interesting is the way they look at you, not me, at you.
At me?
Yeah, it's like, now the black here.
No, what's funny is like
it's like what the hell they look at you like that?
No, here's what's funny. I'm over there doing the dishes, and then every once in a while I constantly look over to the side just to make sure there's nobody in there while you're on the other side of the grill doing
stuff.
Yeah, stuff that you do. So I look over, I'm doing the dishes. They're looking at the menu with that look of like they're too poor, they cannot afford 10 years to buy a steak or something. They're looking at that like, no, not that good. No, not that. Oh no, I don't know what I want. They always fidget and stuff like that.
And it's like they didn't consume some drugs for a week, and they're like, oh shit,
going through withdrawal and stuff. So I look over, I see them doing their little dance routine. I wait for a bit. I'm like, I can tell they're indecisive, so I'm just gonna let them stew for a bit, do a couple more plates, and then I think they've had enough time to make a decision. So I go over, cleaning my hands and say, "Hello, good afternoon," and they're like. They get
exactly. They get like
that little oh shit.
What's the name? Get scared.
Yeah, they get
like, oh shit.
Yeah, or they get a bit surprised. Like, oh right, yeah.
We gotta run.
Yeah, but like you're bigger than me. You're taller. You're more.
Yeah, but
imposing, and they don't get frightened of you. I mean, I'm not saying anything about anything.
Yeah, I think that it's not about that, but the thing is, I think it's funny.
I think it's hilarious.
You see the way sometimes when they got that stupid people that just live in the fucking shopping center all the fucking day.
People go away from shopping centers.
It's just like, but when you see, starting like 8 p.m., you don't have more normal people in the shopping. It's like all that. How can we say that? It's like it's not the gangsters ones. It's
wannabes, show offs, people who. McGregor walk a bit.
Like, yeah, that kind of yeah.
Yeah. What else we got? We got the
But the funny thing,
middle upper class Portuguese, typical people. Engineers.
And the guy who came from like that one who was from Senegal or something like that. The way he talks to you. Yes. Oh yeah.
Very correct.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah. But the thing is, you look at ones, and you look to the other ones. So you have the ones who want to be civilized.
And you have the ones who want to be bad boys and shit.
And you want the other ones who don't want to be called blacks, or that word we cannot say, but they act like fucking. You know what I'm gonna say, right? But I'm not gonna say it. It's too.
I thought your goal was to get counseled in less than 24 hours.
I will be.
That's like a one-way ticket. Please,
don't worry. I will be, and then the people's gonna call me Trump. Shit. I don't know. I'm not an American. I don't care about you guys. I don't care about anything. I'm here to speak the truth.
The truth.
You know what I mean? So I was saying that part of the Angola shit. So many people don't know about the Portuguese story, but in 1975 or 74, something like 74. That, when they start the colonial war in Africa, why did the Portuguese go there first? First, they go there to save the territories, the Portuguese territories, CLPP, CLCCs, all that stuff. And who lived in there?
Angola.
So, black people.
Black people, yes.
So
my grandmother lived there, actually. 74, she, was dealing with the war. 75, my mother is born. Yeah. 6 months later, she moves to Portugal. Fast forward 24 years, and boom, I come out.
But the thing is, if it was so racism on that genre or that area, on that year...
I would say black people are more racist in the sense that they're territorial.
Yeah, but the thing is, we go there, and the guys who, I'll call him a fascist, Salazar, give an order to bring that people back to Portugal. And the funny thing is, you always have to, before we talk shit about something,
Man.
you have to learn about something.
I was about to say, I don't know nowhere near enough to be able to talk
Yeah,
about something.
but the thing is, when they come first to Portugal, it was strange for the Portuguese to see black people.
Yeah.
Because in that time, I think in almost all Europe, seeing a black people was so rare.
Like
Right?
exotic almost.
Exactly. So you think like, oh shit, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Is an alien? Is something?
Yeah, it's...
So the first attitude of the Portuguese, whatever, is like, oh shit.
Like, what are your intentions? What are your boundaries?
Exactly.
Like, it's very like, the fuck.
But if you talk, I have a friend, the other black friend I have.
Yes, his roommate is black, so you cannot call him racist.
So his grandfather is 98 years old. So he's been through the war.
Yeah.
And he said when he came to Portugal, invited by the state, flee the war and everything. He was well received in Portugal, but he suffered from racism. Because in that time, was racism.
Yeah, that was actual racism, not this like fucking what you
this
call
is like psychological racism. People go on the street, see the shadow. You black motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Wake the fuck up. So we supposedly evolve, right? Because we supposedly are the most intelligent species, but people don't understand that
we're still a fucking animal.
Yeah,
whatever.
And that thing we always discuss in the work time is people have to learn to evolve and not be stopped in time.
Yeah.
Because we evolved, and this took off. I think it was 2 years ago because of the BLM and the George Floyd situation. That crackhead guy.
Let me just make a point. Black Lives Matter is the most embarrassing movement for all black people. And like, just stop embarrassing yourselves. Sticks and stones is the oldest adage I know.
Yeah.
Like, it's as simple as that. Live your lives with that. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt me. So just, as long as he isn't physically imposing on your freedom, just brush him off. Whatever.
Look, we say that, we say this on this way is, you can be black, white, yellow, red, I don't give a fuck. The first thing I ask you is never mess with my life.
Right.
And I don't mess with yours. That is called respect.
Yes.
Right?
Boundaries.
So when you do a foundation called Black Lives Matter, illegally funded, I'm not going to speak on that matter now, but the thing is...
vandalism galore.
Yeah. Look at the South Africa.
Oh, don't even get me started.
No. Let's compare what the BLM movement did in the United States, what the BLM did in Portugal at the same time, and the other countries, and look what happened on the South Africa.
What happened?
Where it's more white people now than black.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, the black people start killing white people because they bring businesses to their country to they have money.
As I said, black people are more racist.
So, the thing is, I understand that's not our territory. It's their land. You have to respect them, right?
Look,
right.
I'm in your house, I follow your rules.
Yeah, but we have to respect it, right?
Yeah, it's plain and simple.
So, let's play simple here. When you have a movement called Black Lives Matter, so what you're fighting for is the lives of the black people.
Rights of black, yeah.
Right?
Right.
So, when you start to fight for something, you don't destroy, you don't steal, you don't murder.
Yeah.
Because if you do that...
black people, you're making it really hard on yourselves to not be associated with the cliches that you are already associated with.
Exactly.
Such as fucking thievery, unorganized, smell like shit. I mean... everything else aside, I really can't stand the smell of black people.
But let's be honest. It's genetic. It's something you cannot...
Yeah, it's something you can't control. Yeah. Fine, I can...
And I'm defending you guys.
Yeah,
And I'm a white motherfucker.
And I'm talking shit about it.
Yeah, and I'm defending it. So, I'm a clear head, okay?
Yeah. But, it's just... Look, if you don't want to be associated with the cliches, don't engage. It's plain and simple. Carry yourself with respect, and people will respect you.
Live your life.
Yeah, don't go automatically assuming that other people are being racist. When I made a joke earlier about the customers getting scared of me because maybe I'm black. That I don't take that seriously. I don't care.
We
It's a
laugh about
yeah,
it.
it's a joke, and they might just be scared of me because they weren't expecting to see a person show up. That's the more likely reason.
And I think you're right because
Yeah.
let's be honest.
Sometimes I forget I'm black even because I'm not really black.
Sometimes it's not that's my theory. Is like it's not because of your color, because as we can look to the camera, I'm white as fuck,
Right.
right?
The lighting doesn't help.
Yeah, but I don't care. I mean, I don't catch sun, so I'm always locked up.
Yeah.
So the thing is, when you look at it, it's not because of the color, man.
It's because of
can you
who
remember
are.
the conversation we had a few hours back? I said posture.
Right.
So
The way you carry yourself is
your
transmits
posture,
everything to the world.
Since you go on the front, right? Say hello.
Yes.
And you have that serious face. People are like, bitch, what the fuck? I want a guy who gives me everything. I don't need to ask. That is a feminist coming soon as well. But you know what I mean. So the thing is,
Look,
let's be honest.
What's funny is you're the military dude. But people constantly ask me if have I been in the military just because of the way my shoulders and arms sit and the way I speak.
Posture.
Yes. But they don't tell me that in a good way. They tell me that as if I have some sort of PTSD or if I like dude,
You cannot engage in a normal way with the society.
I don't speak like normal people. I'm fucking weird. I don't belong with them. Yet I have never been in the army, so I can't belong with people like you.
No, that's the thing. Look, we talked a lot about this. I always mixing now.
Yes. Multiple languages.
Yeah, he's fucked up. The thing is, you worked in a factory.
Factory.
Yeah.
In Ireland, by the way.
So there was a lot of different cultures.
Right. Now, context. Ireland is Ireland, and the Irish people have the best sense of humor in the entire planet.
Agreed.
They're the most welcoming people ever. As long as you like aren't a dick, you look presentable, you smell presentable, and you like just speak normally.
Yeah.
They'll welcome you most of the time. The factory, however, was 90% dominated by Polish people. A few black people here and there, maybe a few Russians. Majority East Europe. I show up. There's literally me and two other black people. But when I say black, I mean actual black, not this dyed up thing that I am. Like I'm talking about charcoal. I'm talking about charcoal.
The Coca-Cola color.
Yes.
I'm being respectful.
Yes.
Zero?
Sorry?
Or diet?
Not diet. They're fat. Legit. Not diet. I promise you that.
Sorry, guys. Dead jokes.
Speaking of which, what's the brightest part of a black person's body?
Jesus, is the teeth.
No.
When they are born.
The handcuffs.
They are shiny, not brightest. They are shiny. It depends as well. Well, whatever. I'm too
anyway,
that shit.
Yeah, so I worked in the factory, and no racism there. They've pretty much treated me like how they treat any other piece of shit that shows up, which is do the shittiest job that you can go to. Legit. No, it's like they will treat you like shit. But if you ask them, they'll be like, "Oh, please don't feel insulted. You are not special. You are just like any other piece of shit that will probably not last another 3 months in here. You are not special. It's nothing directed at you personally. You're just another."
Earn some respect.
Yes. Do your part.
Which with your hard work.
Yeah. So I mean, I worked in there for a total of 9 months. The first 2-3 months were the worst possible job in the factory where.
The cans? Was the cans?
No. I mean, it was a factory where we would essentially package cat food and dog food, and yeah, I mean, we worked at what I called line 3. There's like 5 total lines of production, and line 3 was the worst one because it's a manual packaging.
Yeah.
So we get these pouches of food, and we put them in these boxes, and the pouches have like these edges that are sharp. They will cut through your fingernails.
Yeah. I don't even.
We had these special gloves that I would wear them out in a week, and I would constantly have to buy new ones. Anyway, we have to package them in a certain way, and it has to be in a very fucking specific way. And if it's done otherwise, you will get a fine for it. It's manual packing, therefore it is you get paid by the amount of boxes that you do, and each box is worth like a percentage of of a coin, like a percentage of a euro,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
over
yeah.
time you stack them up, and eventually that stacks up to minimum wage, and everything is structured in a way where if you work at a certain rhythm, you will earn between like this amount of money, which almost equates to minimum wage.
Okay.
Like minimum wage in Ireland is fucking phenomenal compared to Portugal. 1,200.
true.
Yeah, 1,200 euros in Ireland compared to like what
700.
700 now.
Now.
Because before it was what 630.
650. 650.
Yes.
And seven.
That is actually funnily enough, that is actually the price of an apartment.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Not including
6 years ago, 7 years ago, was 475 euros, the minimum wage.
Yeah, it went down and now it's slowly rising again. Interesting.
And I can remember that because I work for that fucking.
Anyway, yeah.
So
after a while, a couple months, somebody didn't show up, or somebody was sick, or somebody needed a replacement. So the manager just called me up. Hey, you do this, like in the most unpolite manner. He just treated me like a fucking object or a machine. I couldn't give a shit. I just did my job because that's what I was doing. Keep in mind, 12-hour shift. Most of them were at night, where my sleep schedule is constantly shifting, and my brain isn't working at full capacity because I couldn't.
yeah,
I'm literally only working here on 2 cans of Monster and sheer willpower. So he orders me to go to this place, do this job, and I just do my thing as best I can. And he sees me not slacking it's refreshing. Somebody who isn't slacking. Must be because of my age, because I'm young and I still have like energy.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. So he sees me doing that. He takes no. Go back to my usual job. A couple of weeks later, he calls me to do the same thing again. Next thing I know, I'm pretty much doing that thing, which is the more physically demanding job, which is essentially carrying baskets full of
rations. Yeah.
no, baskets full of pouches of cat food and dog food
Yeah.
into the machines, where some people would bring them they would bring the pouches from the basket to the machines, and the machine does the rest. My job is literally just to bring the baskets from the pallets to the people. And there's 4 stations, and I have to constantly go like boom, 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 and then rewind, boom, 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 rewind, and do that for about 6 hours at a time to take a half an hour break, and then repeat for another 6 hours. It is heavy, but I enjoyed it.
Because when you got the rhythm, it's just
like you get the rhythm. It's
not physical anymore. It's all about
mental.
Yeah.
Mental endurance, honestly.
Routine.
Yeah,
routine.
yeah.
Repeat, do it. Repeat,
rinse, repeat. Then after a while, they saw me not slacking again, and they gave me the easiest job, the one that everyone wanted to do. And it took me a while to figure out why they wanted to do it, but you basically do fuck all. You don't do anything.
So now with that, I can ask you, that it was discrimination because we were black?
No, people respect competence first and foremost.
Raise the music. So the thing is, we achieved the point.
We achieve respect through competence. We achieve respect.
We achieved the point that I wanted. Is I'm always hearing people say, "Oh, because he's black, he cannot have a job, or a decent job, or decent pay." Fuck you all.
No.
That's it. Because if you don't work hard, you don't get any shit.
Right. However, the counter argument to that is people don't give him the opportunity to even try because he's black.
Yeah. The other
to what I say is, try as hard as you can with what you have. What you have might be as little as, just sending out CVs and resumes and whatever. But as long as you present yourself as best you can. If you cannot be trusted to present yourself with proper clothes, how can you be trusted to handle a job? If you cannot be trusted to smell decent, cannot be trusted with any sort of major responsibility.
But you want to spend the money you got from the government to spend in clothes that are Gucci or something, just to go to,
or even fake Gucci,
or just go, or just go outside to the bars and say, yo motherfucker.
Just
why
get away from that environment.
Wait a second, just a disclaimer for all of you. White people and black people do that. Okay, don't start fighting.
Yeah, nowadays
everyone does that.
Both races mingle.
But let's be honest, who does more of that are the black people.
Yes.
And
psychologist.
Like psychologist.
Forget the P. That's
I'm getting something. That guys said that is common for that kind of people. I'm gonna be murdered because of that. What, 24 hours, right? To get cancelled?
That's the goal. Mate,
That's
you one word. It's all it takes. Please,
I
just
said kind, right? Coca-Cola
kind of people. They're almost
Okay.
people, right? So,
Alright. So the thing is, they do that for what? I know what.
supposedly,
Like the guy said, was to get attention. But for what?
you know, I
You're
should have
nothing special, brother.
First and everyone, black, white, whatever, whoever the fuck you are not special. You are the same piece of shit with 2 legs and a pair of eyes that walks around like everyone
And a
else.
fucking mouth to say shit. Like us.
Yeah, just think before you speak. As long as what you speak has some sort of sense, and as long as you have a point, most people will hear you. They might tell you to fuck off or that you're being stupid, but they will hear you. If
That's
you
what
are
I said
acting like a monkey,
Yeah.
of course people will treat you like one.
Yeah.
Like making noise in the middle of the street, gesturing around and being loud as fuck, which is my biggest problem with black people is they are loud. You can hear their presence from miles away.
But that thing is, it's like, I think every kind,
Culture, race, whatever the fuck.
yeah, whatever. They have the way,
Their
their ways to
mannerisms.
communicate, their ways to be.
Right.
So
However,
the Portuguese are the most like, yeah, let's go to a cheapest house, eat chorizo, and put some bread,
however, when I moved to
and
Ireland,
drink a lot of wine.
when I moved to Ireland, I did not act in the manners that I act with Portuguese people. Because Portuguese people have their own culture, they have their own way of speaking, slang, and mannerisms, gestures that mean certain things that I would never even dare to mix in Ireland. Because it makes no fucking sense to. It's not appropriate.
Because first you have to respect the country you go in.
Right. If you're in somebody else's country,
That's
respect their rules, act like them.
That's
It is basic human biology and psychology, where if you're in a tribe, you will try to imitate the tribe in order to be welcome. If you want to be respected by them, try to imitate them, act like them, be like them. And the counter argument to that is, oh, but you're not being yourself, your genuine self. Fuck you. Fuck yourself.
Listen, there is a good argument for that. So why the fuck did you leave your country then?
Yeah.
If you want to your culture
Express your
so much,
Yeah.
why did you leave your country?
Right.
It's like oh my, now you get
Oh, here we go.
Now you touched on the
Sensitive topic. Let's go. Bring it.
So why this? Sorry guys, once again, I don't give a fuck. But why do these black people who were born in Portugal call themselves African Portuguese people? Or wait, this is not just in Portugal. I'm saying around the world. They call themselves Afro. No, first you are not Afro. Second, you are Portuguese or
Right.
English or
I was born in
Irish.
Portugal. I would never dare call myself Irish or Angolan.
But you know what I mean?
Right.
You are not.
Right.
So when you talk about something, don't say, "Oh, my grandfather was a slave." Fuck off. Don't come with that story. This is your generation.
Right.
So the first step to change is you do different.
Right. Talking about you. Forget your past. Forget your ancestors. Keep them to yourself.
But we came from a line of violence and
Right, and
they say it's a line of violence and disrespect.
A lineage of suffering and help.
Something like that. And I say, oh really? And you don't change that? And
Right.
the guy's like, I don't have to change. You have to change because you are white.
Yeah, it's always the other person's fault.
I'm the wrong one because you don't want to change.
Look, it's
Oh my fucking god! I'm
was
listening to the
was
hornets coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say something. I forgot what I was
Jesus
gonna say.
Fucking piss.
Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Do me a favor, just come a little bit for this second. Sorry guys, we are just
Yes, first
there you go.
podcast.
No, oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. That's my
Yeah.
full scope.
Full scope. You black.
Almost. Not quite. Almost.
Yeah, but can you remember?
Yeah, which is funny. I don't belong with black people, but I'm definitely not white.
Yeah.
I'm in this weird stage in between where I can kind of blend in both, but not fully belong anywhere. And that gives me a unique perspective, which is both of y'all stink, but both of y'all have your qualities.
You have to mix up.
Yeah, Black people are very united, but almost to the point where they're closed-minded as fuck, and nothing can enter their circle.
They are so close
Yes.
and united
Yes.
that they kill themselves.
Yeah, I mean, what they do within themselves is like annoying. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. Yeah. Supposedly,
about kill,
yeah.
so?
If you if you're coming into a different culture, trying to represent your ancestral line, who the fuck are you to represent anything? What have you done? Unless you've done actually something of worth and achieved something of worth, you have no reason to speak. Just do your fucking job, plain and simple.
And that's it.
Like, I come from Portugal. My mother's from Angola. My grandmother is Angola. But why should anyone give a shit? Like, I'm just some other regular dude. And anyone who's listening to this is that. Unless you fucking find a cure for cancer or something.
They found it. They're gonna send the vaccine in 2043. I'm just, yeah. I read that yesterday. I'm sorry. ADHD, sorry, I know. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, unless you've done something of worth, like, why? Like, you can speak, but just don't expect anyone to give a shit. That's what I'm saying.
No, the problem is now, they give a shit. But it's not because they really give a shit.
No, it's because they kind of have to, because we have to accommodate to snowflakes.
It's because it's the best way to call up arms, you know what I mean? To have more attention to yourself. It's like that guy on the...
People can't stand being by themselves.
And we talked about it, the guy on TikTok saying, I'm not white, I'm black. And he was more white than me. And he's saying that because of what?
Fucking attention, fucking...
Of course, because
likes.
everybody's gonna look at that shit.
Controversy.
Exactly. And they're gonna say, what the fuck are you saying?
Well, then again...
And share with a friend, with a friend, with a friend, with a friend. Likes.
The only time I can see that ever being somewhat funny or useful is if he's doing it just for the business. Like, posting a TikTok with the most controversial opinion ever, getting a bunch of, like, people engaging on it, calling him stupid or something.
Yeah.
Maybe some people liking it, and... Mate, that generates views and money and people sharing it, talking about how stupid this guy is for calling himself black. Well, like, hey, he got paid for that. Like, what's my point? All publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, but that there you go. That's the thing.
That's the only way that can be somewhat useful. But if you're actually believing the shit that you speak, then...
And the thing is, look around. Sometimes we talk about it. Well, we talk a lot about tons shit of things.
Yeah.
But when you look around, you see nowadays you cannot say
black people.
Black something. Not people. Black something. You
just
go
the
on
word
the street,
black already.
You go in the street and you say the black word in Portuguese. So black.
Yeah.
Everyone stops.
Yes, and checks it out, like
and stops to see. Okay.
Where
can I record this? It's gonna give me something or not? Because now the word black is a way to get attention.
Yes.
So, guys, let me tell you one thing. Ooh. Okay, you said it. I was going on a rant, so...
Yeah. I just remembered, I once saw an old clip with Morgan Freeman being interviewed by some white guy. It was a very old clip.
I talked about racism.
Yes.
And about the Bible and racism.
I don't know about that. It was a very short clip, and what I saw was...
Yeah, I know.
The interviewer asked Morgan Freeman, how do we end racism? To which he responded by saying, I'm going to stop referring to you as a white guy. And I'm going to ask you that you stop referring to me as a black guy. Boom. Once we remove that, then who you are as a person inside, that can shine through, regardless of race.
And at the end of the interview, he said, so, what is your name?
Yeah, that was it. My name is Morgan Freeman.
My name is Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
So, if everybody starts to, you, what's your name? Okay, so you, So, that's the thing.
Yeah.
We need to change is the way we talk.
The way we behave.
That, I agree.
Right.
Totally. We need. We need that so bad.
The way we smell, even.
But that is a personal thing.
Black people yell stink. I really have a problem with that. But whatever, that's my fucking
And
problem.
you cannot say that because they're gonna go here.
Oh, please do. I dare you.
Yeah. Hey, what's the name of the thing? Axe. You have axe to put on the...
Cancel.
Cancel. Yeah, cancel. Whatever.
Fake black impose? They're probably going to tell me that this is painted or something.
No, they're going to say, you are a disgrace for your race.
Or that you pay me to do this shit.
Let me ask you a thing. Are we not the same race? Humans?
What, are you going to go on a tree hugger rant now?
Oh yeah.
Although you have a point, yes, we all come from monkeys. We are all descendants of monkeys. Fucking,
You really want to go there?
don't you say, I was gonna say, conspiracy theorists, shut up for a second. We all
Okay.
come from the same place.
Okay.
So then we divide, and like we have Asians, black, white, whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But we're pretty much the same pieces of carbon on the same floating rock.
So, like the monkeys.
Yeah.
Like the monkeys, you got the silverbacks, right?
Yeah.
You got the chimpanzees.
Yes.
You got the wildest one with the fucking,
The bonobos and
I don't know, that guy's with the big ass red cheeks on the back.
and we have the ones with the huge balls.
Exactly.
The
You got
best
the guys with the, whatever. But
Sorry, what?
then,
Oh yeah.
but did you guys see? You know, see on a BBC that there is a lot of
Man,
different
you look like
ones.
a fucking clown right now.
I know, because I'm pissed and I cannot run because I'm gonna wake up the fucking child that wakes me up every fucking day.
Hey,
Whatever.
calm.
So, when you guys say to everybody like, "Oh shit, that nigga there," oh shit, I said the word shit.
Cancel.
Shit.
Oh shit!
So-
I see the pitchforks.
Yeah, and yeah, you better watch your back because your family tree is gonna surprise you so badly.
Your family tree probably has more skeletons in the closet than you even know. So check yourself before you wreck
There
yourself.
you go. Like,
Like your
You wanna
your
know-
family might be the proudest motherfuckers in the village,
Yeah, man.
but I'm sure they might have done some shit that makes them immoral. So who the fuck are you to speak?
and I can tell you one thing, and you're gonna be surprised about
What
it.
up?
In my genetics,
Hmm.
I have. So was what from Cabo Verde, I think.
No way.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I'm white
I mean, my sister is also white.
because a few
Yeah,
generations
my
back.
sister is white.
So a few generations back, I had 3 black people on my family.
Happens.
Which was crazy. But I had
I mean,
now
back at that time, it might have been very, very rare to happen, but
exactly.
it is possible.
But look at me.
Yeah.
I'm white. And I was, and I can say that's just to finish up. We're almost finishing here.
Alrighty, damn, that was quick.
I told you. It was
40 minutes.
fast. I was racist. And I told that story to Lucas once. I was really fucking racist.
How so? I forget the story.
Yeah.
Oh
remember?
yeah.
My friend's story.
How he met his roommate, which is the funniest story
Yeah.
ever.
So I was a kid, 16 around that.
yeah.
So I started to shave my head, high boots, steel boots and everything.
All the cliches you can imagine.
Yeah, all this clean head stuff. And I started to go around on the city like 3 o'clock in the morning just to find black
Essentially
people.
just looking for trouble.
Yeah, looking for little groups of black people, and I started
Just
smashing
beating the
that
shit
bitch
out of
up. And I was thinking, yeah, I'm doing the right thing. I'm taking these guys off my country. Patriotic,
Oh.
stupid mind.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, and I can say that it was stupid because it was. So when I got to call to the Dia da Defesa is the day of
National Defense Day, where
Yeah,
you get
National
where
Defense Day, yeah.
everyone, regardless of sex, gender, and,
Has to go.
You have to go there. It's essentially a military presentation talking
Exactly.
about the military
So-
defense system in Portugal.
before that.
And if you don't go, it's a war crime.
I was in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Where you can use the PCs and that stuff. I was playing Counter-Strike with the friends on the table on the first floor, and there was some girls there with us. It was nice at that time. I don't know that people anymore, but whatever. And this guy, that's my friend.
Yeah.
Now, comes up, smiley face, jingling.
Yeah, as black people.
Yeah, but- And I look at him and say, fuck, And the guy's, what, man? Just shut the fuck up. And then he says, hey, hello, everybody. And he looks at me. I was with the Sepultura t-shirt.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sepultura. It's a
Yeah. It's
band.
He's a
from
heavy metal
Brazil.
band. And the guy looking, oh, Sepultura, very nice. And say, fuck you, you stink. Get the fuck out of here. And he would look at me, hey, chill.
That's actual rape. Okay, not this microaggressive
Hey,
bullshit.
chill, man. He said, I don't like you. You smell so bad, man. Get the fuck out of here, black motherfucker. It was like this. Straightforward. Pow. So, I go to the army.
Right. Yeah, he enlisted himself in the army.
So I go to the army. I got the call, man. I don't know.
Yes.
We talked about that.
Yeah, that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
But
so, almost everyone's platoons were black people.
So he got a lot of time to be used to black people.
Yeah. I got time to understand.
Right. Because at the end of the day, how we eliminate all sort of racism is understand the other person.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
And the funny thing is, 3 years later, after my bad thing that happened, some of you may know on the channel, so we talked about it on live streams. And I found a job, and the job was in the hotel. And the funny thing, who was the first person in that hotel? My friend.
Oh, no way.
And he looked at me and said, fuck. It's that guy. And I was thinking myself, how I'm going to say sorry?
Yeah, how do you approach the situation?
I'm going to say sorry for what I did a few years back. I feel like a fucking retard or something. And the guy comes to me,
Shakes your hand.
shakes my hand. Hey, how are you doing? You're the new one here. Hey, yes. And he starts to look at me. Oh, you are the guy at the coffee shop. And I say, shit, yes. Like that stupid guy that said bad things to you. And it's okay, man. It's okay. And we start working.
Moral of the story. First, sticks and stones. Before, like, any other person, any other black person on his roommate situation could have used that situation as an excuse to just beat the shit out of him with some sort of legitimacy, which is false, by the way. But no, just he couldn't give a shit because it's just words at the end of the day. He's not, like, infringing on his freedom.
And the thing is, look us now.
Hate speech isn't a thing, by the way. Fuck you if you say otherwise.
I don't know that. The thing is, how many years passed? So it's 2022. 10 years has passed, and we're still the best mates.
Right.
And we live in the same house now.
To the point they are roommates. Ta-da!
And I can tell you
So before you go calling him racist, shut the fuck up. Check yourself.
Mosquito motherfucker. He's racist because he's trying to suck you, man.
No. Hey, usually I'm black people's blood are what, more sweeter or something?
Calm down.
I'm trying to make a joke. There's a joke here to be made, but I'm not going to be the one.
But the fun thing is, we've been talking this for 42 minutes, and the funny fact about this is, we started strong, man. I love that. That's why I want to do podcasts. We started strong because we started with the real points,
right?
And now we explained from the middle to the end. We start to explain the points.
Yeah,
that's why I love podcasting.
Yeah, well,
we can talk.
To keep it short, it's just essentially, who the fuck are you to represent anything? And if you actually are somebody like Elon Musk, then maybe people
give me money, okay?
Yeah, people. Maybe people should listen to you. Okay. Please don't use your platform and your voice to say some stupid shit like I'm the next Hitler.
Yes, I'm a Nazi.
Carry yourself with good posture, and what I mean by good posture it's not just literally chin up, chest out, shoulders back, as they tell you in the army. It can be that, although what that means is the way you do stuff, like the way you go pay for your groceries, the way you say hello, the way you look at people, the way you smell.
What?
Sharp. You have to be on point.
When I normally tell you, you have to be educated. You have to be
polite.
Polite.
That's the.
Yeah. That's the word. Polite.
In English, that
means you go everywhere. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Fucking mannerisms. Nowadays,
I have Can I have
90% of the customers I deal with, I'm in the cash register. 90% of the customers I deal with don't even bother to say good morning. We're not in the AI era just yet, and I'm not a fucking machine, and I'm not an answering machine that just spills out pre-recorded answers. And they treat me as such.
That's why they look at you and say, "Oh, your posture." That's why.
Yeah, I mean, I do carry myself as a machine, and
the posture is everything.
Yeah,
I told you that the other day. The posture is, well, then an example of that stupid guy we talked about today,
Mr. Bean.
Yeah, the Bean motherfucker.
Okay.
Start to say.
Okay, let me tell
this.
Let me tell this story. This is a funny story.
Go ahead.
So yeah, it's what we close at 10. It's now 9:45. He comes over and starts looking at the menus. I'm already annoyed, but whatever. Sure, it's still serving hours. He asks for
Unfortunately for you, right?
whatever. So he comes over, starts looking at the menus, and I'm like, shit. All right, fine, whatever. He asks me for picanha, and no manners, by the way, and he comes in this wrinkly dress shirt and these short shorts
And flip flops.
flip flops. Yes,
Flip-flops.
flip flops are already a dead giveaway of the kind of character you are.
And
I already
the-
dislike you just for wearing flip
The
flops.
shade, that shade.
Unshaved, untrimmed beard.
Jesus Christ.
But whatever. This is the aesthetic of the guy. Kind of old. Not. He's not presentable. He looks like shit.
Beyond 40s.
Yeah.
Drunk face.
Yeah. Probably hasn't slept in a few days.
Beats his wife. Oh, forget it. Do go.
Anyway, yeah, he comes over and asks for a picanha. I don't know how do we translate that. It's essentially beef steak. Fillet steak, that's
Fillet
it.
steak.
Fillet steak. He asks for fillet steak. And then I tell him, all right, you may choose 2 side dishes that we have over there. That is the literal sentence I say every time, every day, hundreds of times. So he chooses the typical thing, rice and black beans. However, he asked me if these are the only black beans we have.
If they were fresh.
No, he says these are clearly not fresh because they look dry.
Yeah.
And therefore he asked me, is this all you have? Don't you have anything else in the back? And to which I coldly respond, no, these are the only ones we have. And then he looks at me like as if he wasn't expecting this sort of response.
Yeah.
As he was, I looked at his eyes and he was expecting me to just fidget like, oh, I don't know, maybe we can check it. I just said, no, this is what we have. Are you sure? He says. I'm gonna kill this fucking.
Wait. Oh, fuck. Keep going.
Yeah.
Every time he starts talking, he's coming, so I kill him. Go.
So yeah, these are the only black beans we have. Are you sure? Yes, I am sure. Are you sure? Yes, I put them there myself. I am sure. Oh, because these ones here look like shit. I want other black beans. We don't have any other black beans. Take it or leave it. Essentially, is all the vibe I'm giving him. Like, very couldn't give a fuck. Couldn't be bothered to just give him any comfort. I've already made my money throughout this whole day. It's not his money that's gonna make the difference in the cash register. So I hate it when customers tell you, "Oh, I pay your monthly wages." Fuck off. You're not my boss. You're not my employer. You don't pay me shit. So fuck you. Anyway. So we're going on this back and forth. I'm giving him good one. I'm giving him
Bitch!
I'm giving him nothing to
Your
hold.
kind will die. I'm sorry.
I'm giving him nothing to hold on to. And then he gets pissed off and then he says, "Let me speak to your boss." The boss isn't there. It's just me and him. And I take a second to think and I'm like, I could tell him that the boss isn't there. It's only me and the other guy. And I could tell him, don't even bother because these are literally the only beans. I could give you that. And it's easier than just to deal with your fucking bullshit. This is all going through my head in the space of 1 second. However, I just breathe in and then say, "Boss, can you please come down here real quick?" He steps down from the grill. Like, he's grilling stuff, by the way. Keep in mind, we do have some other stuff to deal with. And then he stops what he's doing just to deal with this asshole. And then the customer explains the situation. These beans are dry. They look like shit. I don't like these beans. And I'm just thinking to myself, who the fuck are you to demand anything?
I've been working for 20 years in...
No, he says, like, he works in customer service and for 20 years, like restaurant service for 20 years. And this
He knows what he's saying.
Yeah, he knows what he's saying. He knows, like, this is unacceptable. I'm like, dude, you're wearing a wrinkly shirt, flip-flops, and, like, these short shorts that are questionable shorts. Like, I'm honestly not sure if they're shorts or boxer shorts, but whatever.
I think it was LGBT shirts.
Another topic, another podcast, but we'll leave it at there.
Oh, God. Yeah.
So I'm like, who the fuck are you to demand stuff? And he says essentially the same thing. These are the only black beans we have. Take it or leave it. And then fucking argument. Me and him and then he starts criticizing my way of speaking, like as if I insulted him. And then the rings come off. Then I start talking shit, and like, who the fuck are you?
Fuck you.
Yeah, like all sorts of insults start coming out. Like, as soon as you give me the opportunity, I will eat the shit out of you alive. Then he tells me, go do the dishes, to which I do. And then he starts dealing with them. He tells me to go away, not because I've done shit, because I know I haven't done it. It's just because he knows what I'm going to do, which is essentially call him all his bullshit.
And lose your mind.
Yeah, I can lose my temper
Yeah, temper.
but
Yeah, yeah.
with
Etc. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like I won't. There, I have my boundaries. There are limits I will not cross as much as I
But
want to. But I mean, it's still not the proper way of carrying oneself. So I go to the fucking
because you
dishes.
start losing what?
My
Your
temper, my composure, my posture.
posture.
Yes. So he deals with them, and
And it was fast.
yeah. So I guess you can take over the storytelling now.
No, it was fast. I was just saying, what's the problem? Oh, this, da, 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 da. You want it or not?
That's essentially what he says. Do you want to eat or not?
Oh, but I've been here for years. No, you've never been here. And the guy was like, it was like you pulled the handbrake, right?
Yes.
So like, I said, no, you don't eat here. When you come here, it's just always track the corkscrew, right?
Sorry?
The corkscrew.
Yeah,
The corkscrew or something like that.
asks for a corkscrew just to open his bottle of wine.
Yeah, a bottle of wine.
That he did not buy in our place, by the way.
Or when he beats up his woman on a shopping center,
Yeah,
like
because
he's used to do.
supposedly he beats up his wife. I personally haven't seen it, but
I've seen it.
fair.
That's it.
Who am I to
And
say
don't
otherwise?
fucking try to say no to me on that.
In the middle of
I'm
a
not saying
fucking
you.
shopping. No,
I'm saying.
in the middle of a shopping center.
So when he starts
Already,
to,
we get the idea.
to
of
play the card of,
victim.
you know, no, it's not victim of the well-known guy who has more experience
Yes.
and he knows all. Then he found a guy with me that I really know all. And that's what I said. You beat your wife, you come here, ask me for respect. I'm not gonna respect you. So I'm gonna ask you once more, and this is the last time. You want or not?
Will you eat the food or not?
Oh yes, I want.
That's the funny thing. We had to serve him fucking anyway. At this point, I didn't even want to give him the fucking food.
And I received the money. I did the
The registration.
yeah, the registration thing. Go there, I cook, I put the food on the fucking plate, put the beans on the plate,
Yes.
because I'm a motherfucker. I put the beans on the plate, I put the rice on the plate, I put there and say, don't enjoy it. And the guy
You
looked
never
at,
told me that.
no, I decided to just say, don't enjoy it. And the guy looked at me, thank you. That's it, fuck you. That's it, I'm done. That's the way I treat people who don't respect my friends or I think that the funny thing is, because I think was a little bit racist on that side as well. Because the way he starts climbing the conversation.
Well, I mean, I can neither confirm nor deny because he never said anything that alluded as such.
But the way, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, funny. Like I've never actually accused anyone of racism, but other people around me say he did that because he was racist. Most of the people who are around me are white, and they tell me that somebody has been racist to me.
There you go. But
and
the
I'm
thing
like,
is, I can understand when a person is being racist because I'm.
Yeah, you can see the intentions behind what they say.
But it's not because I'm white or not. It's the way.
Yeah, it was legitimately the coldness of my answers.
No, because you are you. That's it. It doesn't matter if you are cold or not. You have your posture. And the guy comes to you and starts to complain and you know what I mean?
This looks like shit, that looks like shit. He starts pointing out all the flaws. Dude, it is 9:45. I'm closing in 15 minutes.
And it's not just about that, man. It's the way he speaks to you directly.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? That's the most famous racist phrase ever. Is, are you kidding me? So when a person say to you, are you kidding me? They are downgrading you. It's like saying, no, I'm the smart. You are the dumb fuck. So when he said that, I stopped.
Okay.
And I said, okay, let's see what's gonna...
Where we go from here.
Yeah. Then you, with your posture, you said, no, this. And the guy once again tried to go up.
Yeah, he tried to get me to...
And you stayed.
He tried to get me to get off my ground, and essentially I just couldn't be bothered to move.
That's why I always say, posture. It doesn't matter if the guy gonna climb the World Trade Center and fall and say, I believe I can... I don't care. Because he's gonna fall flat on the floor. And you still
I'm just doing my thing, man. I couldn't be bothered to change what I'm doing just because you are uncomfortable.
That's what I said. I don't care. That's why when you see me acting...
Yeah, I'm busy doing my thing. I couldn't be bothered to care.
I don't go with frustration. I don't go with anger. I don't go with, nothing. I'm just got to just go there.
Right. Now,
and solve the problem.
Now, the moment he started to piss me off, I was like, all right, now you've given me permission to tell you to fuck off because that is all I've wanted to do from the moment we've shared the same oxygen. Like, that is already like, oh, fuck.
I love that moment. That's it. Hookers.
Like I saw him.
Go.
I saw him turn the corner. I'm like, oh, fuck's sake. This type of person, not even him specifically. It's just him, the type of person.
But the thing is, when
His ego stinked.
But when I said, go clean the dishes.
Yeah.
And you look at me, and you pass through him, and the guy says something, you go fuck yourself, and you just go. And I said, it's my way. The thing is,
Like he tells me, he gives me the order, go do the dishes. I pass him and I tell him, fuck you, literally, the exact same way. This reaction, because that's what you're supposed to do. Treat customer service with respect, and they will treat you with respect.
Yeah, the thing. No, life is like a mirror.
I like to say life is like a motherfucking boomerang. What goes around comes around.
Because I say it's a mirror because of what? Everything you do is going to represent back.
Yeah, it will reflect back onto you.
So, if you are a stupid motherfucker, we have advice for you. Buy a shovel. Okay? Listen, but buy a shovel, okay? Buy a piece of property, 6x6 more or less, okay? You can dig a 6 feet hole.
Yeah.
And jump inside them and just bury yourself. You are not needed in this fucking world.
Yes,
okay?
you'll be doing the planet a favor.
So if you want respect, guys, that's the lesson here.
Did you know shit is a great fertilizer? So you actually doing the world a favor.
Yeah, you can ask the Russians.
Yeah, shit is a great fertilizer. So by you burying yourself, maybe a plant will grow. Unfortunately, I mean, Russians are dying left, right, and center. So
yeah, they like that. So.
But the propaganda says that Ukrainians are with their low morale and like.
And don't forget,
just
by saying that, guys, we're gonna finish this video with one thing. I'm a Nazi. I'm Nazi.
Nazi.
Don't forget, I'm Nazi.
Yeah, people call him a Nazi and whatever the fuck.
I'm Nazi.
Sarcasm warning, because people will take that seriously.
Fuck them.
Oh, that reminds me of a story. He knows it's good when we start laughing like this. There was this girl, she had a job where she had to basically register the receipts of every customer interaction we deal with. Anything we'd sell, I'd have to give her the receipt so she could take note of it. Like,
oh, yeah. Accountant.
Yeah, an accountant girl. I don't know how they give this sort of job to 18-year-olds, but whatever. An 18-year-old Brazilian girl.
That was tough.
Yeah, she calls herself a feminist.
A feminist, an activist, tree hugger.
I will never say that she is a feminist, because she's not. She calls herself one, because the definition of feminism is not what girls do nowadays. But
she said that feminism is defending the pride of a woman.
No, she said feminism is supposedly equal rights, is like equality.
That's called democracy.
Yeah, that is a different topic. But she calls herself a feminist. Me and her start talking about like racism, sexism, and all this sort of things. I'm giving my opinion. She gives her opinion. She is somewhat surprised of my opinion because I don't have the typical opinion. He chimes in. He gives his opinion, and then she says something like that says like, "Oh, that's somewhat similar to Nazis," and then he says, "Dead ass," but I am a Nazi, and then I start laughing my ass off because like,
his face was like, what?
Yeah, because her face was, wait, what? You're a Nazi? Like I'm just laughing my ass off.
You really are a Nazi? It was like, what the fuck, man, bitch? Are you stupid?
And I'm just like, no, don't say that, because she will think you're serious.
And I said, oh,
But I am a Nazi. like no.
And I like to eat babies as well. Yeah.
The poor girl was so confused. She didn't know what to believe, and it was hilarious.
She believed.
Like, she considered that you were a Nazi for a second.
She said, I was a Nazi, I was a fascist, right?
Yeah.
And I don't respect women. When I say the woman's, that's another topic. But
we'll say
fact...
Shall we do sexism for episode 2?
Oh, goddamn. Oh, goddamn.
Because at this point, we are starting that conversation.
Yeah, we are just flying away. So
yeah.
We reached the 1 hour mark.
Now you have a moth in your house.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Is the window open?
Yeah, it is. And the lights are open as
well. Ah, you're fucked, mate. You're fucked.
Yeah, fucked. No worries. I kill them all.
So,
what did you guys learn from this little podcast? Because nobody gonna watch it. I don't care. So, But you should, because probably you're gonna learn something about it. First, I don't speak very good English. Fuck you then.
Clearly.
Yeah. And
I think more in English than in Portuguese.
yeah. So I think we good.
Okay, advice for fucking anyone: sticks and stones, people. Sticks and stones. That's a mantra. Bring it back. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. Just they can say whatever dumb shit they want, as long as they aren't fucking attacking you or whatever. Like, just let them be. Let them be stupid by themselves. Just do your thing. Forget about them. Ignore them.
And if you white, don't dress black.
What? What'd you say?
And if you white, don't dress black.
That's another thing. Why do black people, not just black people, they really dark charcoal black people
God.
always dress in white?
It's gonna be demonetized in a second.
Let's go. I'm up for it.
Jesus.
Like, why do black people always wear white? Like, not even full white. One white clothing. Like,
and they just use that trousers or whatever just once. That's it.
What surprises me the most is how does that not get a fucking single stain? Like, whenever I
nice. That is a good question. I never seen
black people with white clothes never have stains.
White dressed.
Yeah.
And not one.
Not one stain. That is surprising.
Well, one thing is for sure, when they dress white, they are careful as hell.
Yeah. Which gives them a bit more respectability. In my not so humble subjective opinion, I think that style is god awful, but I respect them more.
Jesus.
As I said, on my not so humble subjective opinion.
Yeah,
fucking opinion.
Yeah, because I think that's one right of us, right?
Yes.
Freedom of fucking speech.
Let's talk about this for a second. I earlier said hate speech isn't a thing. Fuck you if you say otherwise. Freedom of speech. I have the right to say whatever the fuck I want, and you have the same thing too. Now, actions are different. I might say, I will kill you right now. I'm not killing him. He's my friend. He's my coworker. I have to coexist with him. So.
Yeah, unfortunately, right.
Like, words mean nothing.
That's the thing.
Don't let words hurt your precious fucking feelings.
Freedom. That's the point I told you the other day. Freedom is, you can speak whatever the hell you want, but never touch the freedom of the other person.
Like, physical boundaries is where
never.
Freedom ends.
And now we're being serious, because your freedom is not my freedom. So, first, never talk about the freedom of the other person or try to impose something.
Yeah, like whenever your freedom imposes upon his, that's a problem.
You are not free. That's it. You are trying to take the freedom of other person. And now what LBLM
freedom is a bubble.
Is that?
Yeah, freedom is a bubble. If your bubble imposes on somebody else's, somebody's bubble will pop. That is called war.
You're gonna cry because you're gonna be with a new face in days.
Oh no, you can't say that. That's a threat. Bitch, shut up.
It's not a threat. Because normally what happens, you die.
Oh, he's threatening. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
I do not threat. That's the thing. People have to understand. The real ones never threat. They do.
Peaky Blinders, Tommy Shelby, sweetheart. Whatever you've heard, I don't need to make threats. That in itself is more threatening than anything else. So please shut the fuck up.
Well, guys, we have to finish this because we're gonna be here all night. And
speaking of which,
it's late.
It's 23.
Yeah. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the roast cast. I don't know, podcast, racist cast.
Nah, that won't ever fly.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm sure some filter is.
Hope you guys enjoyed. And
we had a name. What was the name?
Shitcast?
Shitcast? I don't know.
I think we talk about Shitcast. I don't know. We're gonna see the name when you see this video. Okay?
Sure.
So, hope you guys enjoy. And we see you guys on the next video. I don't know when. Probably next week. But we're gonna do it, okay? We're gonna do it. Let's make the Shitcast great again. Oh shit, here they come.
Let's go. Bring it.
See you guys.
Later.